Hey everybody, Preston. Uh, this is the game that just recently put me into the top 500 for the official release of the game. People are just farming the rank right now, so like nobody had top 500 yesterday, and then now top 500 somebody just got Diamond 3. So the threshold now is it's Plat 3 to even be considered for top 500. That's just like how the game works like that. Um But yeah, the this is the game that got me to top 500. So I'm just gonna like kind of commentate over like what I'm doing. This wasn't a game where I was like MVP, like absolutely going insane, super whatever. Like this was just like a normal. This will literally take 5 minutes. These matches. This was like a normal game for me. Like because when you're like, because this is playing with other top 500s, like when you're placed with your skill level, like it's a lot of like push and pull. There's no just like clear domination of it. Although the last game I literally played before this, it actually was. But disregarding that, so people keep saying like Storm is like not good. Like I just think that people think it's Pharah, and it's not Pharah from Overwatch. It's Storm. So there's a it's kind of a difference between that. I'm gonna try to keep the volume a little bit low, just because I talk in this, and I'm gonna tweak out if I hear that. But you'll see, like, the entire match, I'll play around every single structure I can, and if I'm not in a structure, I'll use speed to get near a structure, because I will want to hug it. Kind of a goated Wolverine play there. Yeah, the Wolverine on their team was actually super good. At least, like, the first things he was doing, I was like, what the heck? I've never seen this before. Because, like, he literally, yeah, he was doing that. He was bringing them into the team. That was actually quite crazy. But yeah, you see here, hugging this middle object here, and then I'm just shooting objects over. Just making sure I'm not going to get flanked or anything. Like here I'm in the open, but like I don't have any threats and I'm playing with my team and they're low, so they don't really have a chance to punish me here. Yeah, and then he dies because of that pressure. But yeah, then it's just a matter of just keeping the poke down because Storm's primary fire pierces, so you always want to try to line yourself up with like the choke and then just kind of spam down that. And usually how I like to play Storm is charge up your ult as fast as you possibly can, because like if they have a Luna Snow or if they have a Mantis, they can effectively negate your entire ult. So you want to try to charge it faster than they can get their support ult, which isn't always possible, but if you don't beat them to the first one, you'll like almost always beat them to the second one, at least in my experience, if you're hitting a lot of shots. And here again, I'm like running to get into cover again, playing around this. I will watch other people just absolutely get smoked. That was just kind of, we're losing anyways. Absolutely get smoked by hit scan, by Hawkeye arrows, all that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I had players on my team with 14 deaths to like a Hawkeye, and I had 4 deaths that entire game. Like, all they needed to do... I kind of troll this ult, by the way. Yeah, but every single time you ult, go straight for the supports. Kill the healers every single time. You should do that every time. Because that's the best use of Storm ult. You basically win the entire team fight for yourself, and then anything extra you get, just nice. This first round I don't play the hottest, but the rest I kind of pick it up. So, also when you respawn, if you spam E or like the speed up ability for Cloud Form or like the wind, you can get it off before you even respawn. So I don't think it's like, I mean, you'll get the cooldown back quicker than when you're on point, like maybe like half a second, which could be important, but that's just a little tech tip. Yeah, so here I'm playing in the middle because that's where everything is. Like there's a lot of structure here. I can dip down if I need to. That part I played out too far and I wasn't able to dip down quick enough. Here, I'll actually, let's rewind that a little bit. So you'll see here, right there, I came out to like this area instead of just hugging right above the ledge. For what? I don't even know. Like, what was I? The Doctor Strange? Yeah, I didn't even need to do that. And then that allowed this. No, it was the Mantis. That allowed this Hela to then kill me. So, always playing around your structures. You don't even need to really peek ever because you're a projectile hero. You just peek to only shoot your projectile, and then you go right back behind the structure. There's literally never a reason for you to like leave the cover that you have. The only instance where you might be out of cover is like right after an ult. You are kind of in the open, depending on where you end up. So best practice, what I would say, is make sure you get the kills, because otherwise you're just kind of throwing your life away. But also, if you ever have ult, what you want to do is tell your team you're going to ult, and then also tell them to push in. Like, give me pressure is what I say, or like, push in, I'm going to ult. Because then if they're pushing from the front side and I'm in the back ulting their supports, they don't really have a chance to like respond or try to kill me, because they could kill me. You have like 500 health because of all the shields you get, so it's possible, but with how fast she's moving, it's really not anything. Of course, always speed out of spawn here, kind of like a no-brainer. Trying to like escort people and like going back for them isn't always worth it in this, because it's not that much of a speed boost in this game, like compared to like Lucio and Overwatch. So use your best judgment for that. It's not the best practice. But yeah, anytime you get dove, just like you should be on storm, like the storm weather switch, the thunder, and then press E. Like if a Spider-Man jumps you, Black Panther jumps you, press E right away, and it'll give you some nice burst damage. And if they stay too long, you'll do like half their health with just your E. So it's really good for that. So here again, I'm just trying to help him get out. I went up there and then turned on my speed boost so that I could help the Iron Fist get out, because he was low. And then he was able to meditate. Here I am playing more structures. I peek a little bit more there because I'm not being threatened as much. Like here, I'm just literally hugging this structure. Yep, and here I'm going down. Still holding the structure, by the way, the whole time I'm doing that. So, like, that Hela, she never saw me. That entire time I killed that Magneto, she never saw me. And that was just like a troll ult, and then we won that fight again. I have a bad habit of this, but something you should definitely make sure you do is saving your right click to kill somebody, like get that last burst off, because it's hit scan, so it's a lot easier to hit that. Here I see Iron Fist fighting, so I come up there with speed. He seems to be fine, killed the Wolverine. Saving the right click to burst somebody, but I always just kind of like use it on cooldown just because I want to keep the damage going. I haven't really found scenarios where I've been punished heavily because of it. Like, there are scenarios where people would run away with 1 HP, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I had my right click. And it's just like, you know. But, like, here I can use it because no one's going to be, like, 1 HP that's that far away that I'm going to be able to burst down that my teammates won't be able to do. The map changing here literally just killed us, by the way. Kind of unfortunate. Yeah, here I decided to hold my ult because we just lost three people, and we were going to lose that. They used like 3 ults, so it's better to just reset. We have our ult economy up. I don't know why people do this, but they always stay so long to keep poking when they should just be trying to run backwards. Like, you'll watch here, like, a few people just straight up die just because they're staying out way too long. Even I die. I almost die, like, here. Like, that? Why did I do that? So then I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna chill here. Yep, and then another person dies, like, and then another person dies. Like, there was no reason to do that. We were already waiting for someone else to come back. And then Iron Fist is just in there. So then here comes a massive stagger. So now they're going to be at like 60% by the time we get back in there and actually like win it. Yeah, the dive comps with a storm, not very good. Like, you can work around it. Like, I've done it. but like you can't also get in there. Like you can speed, so it's better for like brawling comps, like going Magneto and all that. I ult the Hawkeye here because I just heard him ult, and I'm like, all right, well I should just take him out of that. But I didn't check the scoreboard. He was doing absolutely nothing. I just saw him get those few kills. Like, yeah, he was 5 and 7. Like, he was a shitter. Like, I should have at least went for the Hella if I had to choose a DPS. But yeah, and then otherwise the supports. But yeah, you can do like case by case things like that. Like, if I'm ulting and then like Jeff the land shark just eats people, I'll ult him when he like right on where he just ate people because then I can kill him and save my team. Obviously, you can like if he missed his ult, then don't do it. But well, I mean, you could still get the kill on Jeff, but yeah. And here with Hella ult, you can just like kind of fly upwards. I didn't there, but in some maps you can actually just fly above her and she can't even shoot you. But you don't do enough damage to be able to like take her out of the ult. So if your teammates aren't shooting her, just try to avoid it. Just try to dodge. The best you can at least. Um Yeah, here our ult economy is not looking very good, but I think they might be tilted a little bit. I mean, they're not running any tanks. And they're just kind of, doing whatever.
I have been a street urchin and regent of the solar system, but I am always Aurora.
Just drinking some water. I was wondering, I don't have the hold to switch weather thing on. Because, I don't know, because I've already played so much Storm in the beta and here now, where switching my weather is just like something I press, and that's just how it is. I do run into instances where like in hindsight I'm like, maybe hold the switch would have been better there, but because like when you press left shift to switch your weather, it like interrupts everything else. So I'm wondering, I would imagine the hold would do the exact same thing. Like that would be dumb. One is literally just objectively better. I should probably try it, but alas, I'm still here. Um, yeah, this Luna Snow trolls me this round, but that's fine. Yeah, so shooting like the chokes like this early, they ended up going through this way, so didn't really get as much poke as I wanted, but okay, we got a pick there. I turn on speed because I want us to push in a little bit, but then I see our Iron Fist get low, I see the Magneto get low, and then I'm back to damage, and I sped a little bit there. But like the Wolverine came in, I switched to my Storm, and I pressed E. Now here I'm capping the point. Most people love to fight forever without capping, but if you cap first, like they have to do so much more to actually like secure this for themselves. Like you'll be able to see like how much free stuff we get from this. Oh yeah, also Cloak and Dagger kind of insane. Like what is this? And the Luna Snow was literally not even shooting at me. But yeah, so like that whole fight, we got 15% while they were still like alive, and they could have possibly contested us. 3 DPS, 3 healers. Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, this isn't like a traditional game. I mean, I guess traditional is 2-2-2, but I've had more success with 1 tank, 3 DPS, 2 healers, so I think it's just better. But then here, I rinse the healers, and it's just, the fight's over from there. I don't know why our Luna Snow ulted. That was just, look at that juke. Yeah, I don't think this player was very good. But, rank is still getting figured out. Some people probably haven't even played it yet. So, there's probably some people here who shouldn't be. Although most people are pretty good. You never get somebody who's like absolutely useless, but I've seen some people who are consistently played poorly. And then there's also an avoid his teammate feature in this game. I don't know if people knew that. There is. Yeah, here I'm just hugging objects again. I see people die, so I'm speeding back to this one because I need to play over here. And Luna Snow again doesn't heal me. That was probably just like, I guess you should have expected me to go backwards, but I also just was kind of avoiding her. You can't really like strafe on Storm, so like I'm running in like I'm flying, I guess, in straight lines, and that's just how it's gonna be because she's like really slow and like her movements aren't very fast. Sometimes you'll see me flick my camera down or up though to move my head hitbox. It does it so very slightly, but it does do it. Um, so and plus it's like a habit from playing Dark and Darker so much. Here when Storm, I grab the health pack, but the Wolverine just goes ape mode. Should've went under there. And like, yeah, like I went under there to get the health pack, but I probably should have just stayed with our healers and not pushed up so aggressively. It's like Storm, you're like you kind of want to poke forever until you can then until your team gets a pick or something, and then you can kind of accelerate that. It's like you kind of rely on your teammates, but you also help your teammates in that sense because you give them that damage boost and you give them speed if they want to push into them. So there's a lot of good things here with Storm. Like here, yeah, I'm moving over to this other structure. And then also, anytime there's Psylocke ult, I speed out of it because sometimes you can literally just avoid it if you do that. We're fighting close quarters, so I pop the lightning. And then I'm just going to point because they're not even on it. So if we take this really quick, we're probably just going to straight up win and they won't have a chance to contest it. You'll see like 2 people towards the end, they like fly towards the point and try to contest. And they just can't because we've already done it. Yeah, like we took it already. If we would have killed them all before we did that, like who knows what would have happened.
We're in, bitch.
But that's just a glimpse on how to play Storm. Like playing around structures, getting angles to throw as many of your wind blades down a choke so you because they pierce, so you want to hit as many people as possible. Building up your ult as fast as you can, and then using that to kill the healers. That's kind of like the bread and butter rotation of that. Yeah. So as of the recording, this is on December 8th, by the way, 2024. This is top 500. So I'm sure like literally tomorrow I'm gonna have to be like Diamond 3 in order to be still in here. But right now I'm 267. So yeah, I've looked at like everybody's profiles and nobody has like a Storm profile picture. So I'm assuming that nobody's like a Storm one trick except for me. So I'm probably the best Storm in the world right now. But not to say there isn't somebody higher. I mean, once I get to like the top 50, top 100, like I could definitely definitively say that. But yeah, so yeah, what I see from a lot of Storm players is they'll sit out in the middle of the sky because they can fly. It's like, no, because you can fly is not the reason. Because you can fly, you can use the verticality to peek out of different angles. It's not, oh, I can fly, so that means I should fly. No. Like, it doesn't mean you should be out in freaking space because also when you're higher up, your teammates don't even get the damage boost or the speed boost. So you kind of play very grounded. You just have that utility of being able to move vertically very easily. But like it comes at a drawback because you're kind of slow with your movements in the air. And I mean, you never touch the ground as Storm. But yeah, so this is now, I've gotten was top 200, number 166 in the beta, and now I'm 267 on the live version, live release. So hopefully that proves it enough to you. I don't know, because some people think that top 500 doesn't matter at all right now. It's so early, but now I'm consistently getting it, and well, 99% of the player base is still below me, but I don't need to justify that to most of you. You guys can understand that. Yeah, if you have any questions about Storm or anything like that, put them in the comments. I'll respond to them. But you just know, like, playing structures, playing angles, building ult, bread and butter. That's the whole summary. And yeah,